in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense.
Let's go, boys.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They go play action with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now it's Carson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw again is Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Carson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, Deontay Harris. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Now Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point open through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Defense wins championships, baby.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. James has got it. Complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Hill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well. From the gun, here's Hill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Here's Richie James on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And again, it's Hill. And this one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on third down, Hill. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now James returning. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now Wilson on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Wilson will throw again. Escaping the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Peyton Turner showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, try to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Here's Harris to return it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started
as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
Now Hill, fresh off the pick 6. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
A final shot before break. Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. A short kick taken at the 18, and he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Now it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Harris to return it. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big play.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Hill. He gets this one to Johnson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Hill. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Hill now operating from the red zone. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. Looking long for Thomas. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Shrugs him off. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brings up the third down and 10 yards to go.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. They'll throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Hill on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's James.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Seahawks could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Harris to return it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Hill's throw complete there to Johnson.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Hill to throw on 3rd and 1.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hill now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and 10. Hill again. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. To the air again. Hill.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time on 4th for Hill. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football.
Wow, that ball goes not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Wilson wants to throw it.
Returning right back to Lockett.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
I got you. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take wins home.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Wilson will throw again. James has got it. Complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The